All writing, whether it is an essay, novel, or advertisement, has a purpose. For example, the purpose behind your research paper could be to inform your audience that a proper diet helps relieve stress, or the purpose behind your advertisement could be to convince the reader to buy Nike shoes. No matter the case, there should always be a reason why you are writing what you are writing. Ask yourself as you begin each paper, why am I writing this? What do I want this piece of writing to do for both my reader and me? Your answer will become the purpose of your paper. Let's try it out. You are writing an essay for a class on different fast food chains. Ask yourself, why am I writing this? After you have asked yourself why, you may come up with a possible list of purposes like this. To inform the audience that fast food chains are a dying industry, to persuade the audience that fast food chains are unhealthy, to express your feelings that fast food chains are killing people, or even to entertain your audience through stories about fast food restaurants. In the example on the previous slide, you saw 4 of the common general writing purposes: to perform, to persuade, to express yourself, and to entertain. There are others you may choose as well, or you may choose a combination of purposes. These are all valid purposes, but each one will lead you to write differently. For example, if you decide your purpose is to persuade, you will use examples and quotations that will support your view and use a tone that will cause your reader to take your stance. If your purpose is to inform, however, you will probably want to use an unbiased tone that will simply let the reader know the facts and leave their own views up to them. All of the choices on the previous slide could be the reason why you are writing the paper on fast food chains. You can choose different purposes for your writing, but what you choose will ultimately change the way you write as well as what you write. For example, if my purpose is to persuade my audience that fast food chains are unhealthy, I will probably not give a lengthy list of all of the different fast food chains and the history behind each one. Why not? Well, because those ideas do not contribute to my main purpose or idea. All your ideas should reflect your purpose. Once you know your purpose, it's time to choose a genre, or what form your writing will take. Will it be a story, an autobiographical essay, an analysis, a speech? These are just a few of the many genres you could choose to write in. By definition, a genre is a style of expressing yourself in writing. Or, in other words, it's the mode of writing you choose to write in. There are just a few genres or forms your writing can take based on what your purpose is. Some examples are personal essay, persuasive essay, biographical summary, speech or debate, textbook article, magazine story, or even character analysis or case study. So why is it so important to know the purpose of what you are writing and the genre you will be writing in? Well, purpose influences the tone or voice you will use. For example, if you decide your purpose is to entertain, you should probably not write in a professional tone like in a textbook. Purpose creates focus. If you decide persuading your reader to buy Nike shoes is your purpose, then you will focus on explaining all of the qualities and benefits of Nike shoes. Purpose creates interest for the audience as well. If you have no purpose in your essay about rainforests and just write about anything related to rainforests, your audience will lose interest because they will wonder why on earth you wrote this in the first place. They'll say, so what? Purpose makes the writing meaningful and worthwhile. Purpose not only creates interest for the reader, but for the writer as well. If you have a clear purpose, it will make your time writing worthwhile because there will be an actual reason why you are writing. Doesn't that sound like more fun? Purpose relates to the main idea. Without purpose, it will be extremely hard to come up with the main idea or thesis for your paper, which is vitally important in any writing. Your purpose will help you in creating your main idea. Then, this main idea will construct your entire paper. Let's see now how exactly purpose works in a paper. As we read this paragraph, think about what kind of purpose it has. Books can hardly be replaced with movies, music, and interactive TV shows, and there are several reasons for that. First of all, books expand our knowledge and conception of the world around us. Some may argue that movies and TV documentaries do just that, but I believe that books are a much better alternative since they allow each reader to experience the same story using one's imagination. When 100 people watch a movie or a TV show, they see the same thing, whatever the director and the operator wish to know. Books are very different. The experience achieved through reading is richer and more personal, since the same description and the same word choice will result in as many different interpretations as there are readers. So, when you read this paragraph, you probably noticed that the author has an opinion, right? The fact that the author expresses an opinion and supports it with phrases such as, reading is richer and more personal, helps to convey this purpose. He is expressing his opinion that it is wrong to replace books with technology and persuading the reader that books are better than other forms of entertainment. Now let's take the same main topic of the essay, which is books, but create a different purpose and see how the essay changes. This time, let's say our purpose is to inform. Notice how this excerpt from Time magazine informs the reader on the topic of books versus movies, but does not take a position on which is better. Ask any reader who has seen the movie version of a favorite novel, and the answer will usually be, the book was better. That's because readers of a novel have already made their own perfect movie version. They have visualized it, fleshed out the locations, and set the pace as they either zipped through the book or scrupulously savored every word. Often, they even cast it. So in taking a novel from page to screen, movie adapters must tread carefully, like a new visitor at Lourdes. Carefully but critically, for it's simply not an option to be totally faithful to a fat novel. The movie version of Arthur Golden's Memoirs of a Geisha takes 2 hours and 24 minutes. Reading this text could take weeks. Almost any novel's plot must be compressed into a black hole of incident and image. Then there's the challenge any movie faces of putting thoughts into words, emotions into gestures, descriptions into actions. Do you see how the essay has changed drastically? It is now simply telling the reader the facts about books and movies, rather than expressing opinions and persuading them to think a certain way. So remember, purpose will change the entirety of your paper.